I'm a grout
I'm
line on it,
patching.
just a little touching it.
Yeah,
I did.
this one,
I
it
got
was
it all.
mixed with acrylic.
Here we go. Oh, 30 seconds. Hello, Northwest Georgia, and welcome to your weather on North Georgia Television. We hope you enjoyed a breezy, beautiful weekend. Clear skies and chilly temps in the upper 30s overnight with light and variable winds. Expect sunshine most of the day with highs in the mid-50s, winds north at 10 to 15. Temps will get down right around freezing tonight under partly cloudy skies and winds north at 5 to 10. And around the region today, Calhoun at 38 this morning, midday, expect 49 and 55 for your high today. Chatsworth, early morning low of 37, look for 48 midday as well, and 55 this afternoon. In Chickamauga, 38 this morning to start the day, midday, look for 48 as well, and 55 this afternoon. In Cohutta, 36 this morning, expect 47 midday, and 54 will be your high. Dalton, right at 38 this morning, up to 48 by noontime, and then 54 for your high. And Fairmount starting out at 39 this morning, 51 expected at midday, and then up to 54. Fort Oglethorpe, a morning high of 38, looking at 48 at lunchtime and topping out the day at 55. And 38 for Lafayette as well. Expect a noontime temp of 48 and then 55 for your high today. And Ringgold, another 38 to start the day, 48 at midday as well, and then 55 for your high this afternoon. And our 7-day forecast, mostly sunny tomorrow, highs in the upper 50s, winds light and variable, then mostly clear overnight with temps down to freezing again. On Wednesday, sunny skies, light and variable winds, and highs in the low 60s, partly cloudy with occasional showers overnight and lows near 40. On Thursday, rain showers early with some sunshine later in the day, highs around 60, winds northwest at 5 to 10, clear overnight with lows near 40 and winds light and variable. Sunny skies back on Friday, a high of 65, winds north at 5 to 10, mostly clear, and 39 overnight. Saturday, intervals of clouds and sun, a slight chance of rain, highs near 70, and winds light and variable, mostly cloudy overnight, lows near 44. And Sunday, mostly cloudy skies, high of 71, south-southeast winds at 5 to 10, and showers overnight with lows near 51. And next Monday, occasional showers, highs of 71 again, showers overnight as well with temps around 55. And that is your weather forecast. Remember, whatever the weather, North Georgia Television hopes you have a blessed and beautiful day. And here are the area obituaries. Lucinda May Burgess, age 64. Cindy Burgess of Rossville went home to be with the Lord Wednesday, March 13th. A celebration of life service will be held 2 p.m. Saturday, March 23rd at Church of God of Prophecy in Rossville, Georgia. Arrangements are by Heritage Funeral Home and Crematory, Battlefield Parkway. John Ellis Marcus, age 88. John Marcus of Ringgold went home to be with the Lord and Savior on Friday, March 15th, surrounded by his loving family. He was a veteran of the Korean War in the U.S. Navy. Funeral services were held 3 p.m. Sunday at Catoosa Baptist Tabernacle with Pastor Justin Gazaway and Brother Isaac Johns officiating. Interment in New Hope Cemetery. Catherine Christine Teams Shields, age 88. Catherine Shields of Lafayette went home to be with her Lord and Savior on Saturday, March 16th. Funeral services will be held at 11 a.m. Monday, March 18th in the Second Baptist Church with Reverend Mike Peterson and Reverend George Pinion officiating. Burial will follow in the Lafayette Memorial Gardens. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to Hospice of Chattanooga. Rosa Lee Smith Stanhope, age 64. Rosa Stanhope of Chickamauga passed away Friday, March 15th. A graveside service will be held at 2 p.m. on Monday, March 18th in Kemmer Cemetery in Alabama with Pastor Dennis Chambers officiating. The family will receive friends at Wilson Funeral Home, J. Avery Bryan Chapel from 11 a.m. until leaving for the cemetery on Monday. Marvin Joel Farrell, age 82. Marvin Farrell of Ringgold passed away Saturday, March 16th at his residence. Visitation will be held Monday, March 18th from 3 to 8 p.m. at Wilson Funeral Home, Wallace Stewart Chapel in Ringgold. Private graveside services will be held at a later date. In lieu of flowers, the family requests donations be made to the Alzheimer's Association or the Catoosa County Animal Shelter. Joseph Edward Ramsey, age 94. Joseph Ramsey of Fort Oglethorpe went home to be with the Lord on Thursday, March 14th. Funeral services will be 1 p.m. Tuesday at Fort Oglethorpe UMC with Pastor Joe Green officiating. Interment will follow at Chattanooga National Cemetery. The family will receive friends 4 to 8 p.m. on Monday at Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway. Gary Lloyd Green, age 52. Gary Green of Calhoun passed away Thursday, March 14th at Erlanger Medical Center. Funeral services will be conducted on Tuesday, March 19th at 2 p.m. from the Chapel of Thomas Funeral Home. Interment will follow in Fain Cemetery. The family will receive friends on Tuesday from 12 p.m. until the funeral hour of 2 p.m. at the funeral home. Beverly Lynn Hughes, age 60. Beverly Hughes of Ringgold went home to be with the Lord on Friday, March 15th. A memorial service celebrating the life of Beverly Lynn Hughes will take place at Heritage Funeral Home, Battlefield Parkway on Wednesday, March 20th at 4 p.m. The family will receive friends Wednesday, 2 to 4 p.m. at the funeral home. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made to the American Cancer Society. Mrs. Shirley Elaine Calhoun Wynn, age 67. Shirley Wynn of Dalton passed away on Saturday, March 16th. The family will receive friends on Thursday, March 21st from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Willis Funeral Home in Dalton with a closing prayer. Gladys Adelaide Addie Silvers, age 94. Addie Silvers of Calhoun passed away Thursday, March 14th at Dalton Place Senior Living Community. Funeral services will be conducted Friday, March 22nd at 5 p.m. from the Chapel of Thomas Funeral Home. The family will receive friends on Friday, March 22nd, 4 p.m. until the funeral hour at 5 p.m. at the funeral home. Graveside services will be held Sunday, March 24th in Chandler Cemetery.
guys. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. My name is Adam Scott.
And I'm Aaron Scott. Welcome to North Georgia Television News. We are your news covering Catoosa, Gordon, Murray, Walker, and Whitfield County. In the news today, the President's National Emergency Act is blocked in the Senate. Details on the Georgia Senate hearing on Heartbeat Bill, a bill introduced to honor World War II Heroic Unit and American Battlefield Trust to aid in the maintenance and restoration of 13 Peach State Historic sites with the help of volunteers.
Also coming up, Representative Tom Graves announces student art exhibit kickoff in Calhoun. The Calhoun Fire Department pushes a new truck into service. We'll tell you about the good work going on at the greenhouse and how you can help. And Calhoun High School literary team takes top state title. Then a look at things going on around Northwest Georgia.
A dozen defecting Republicans joined Senate Democrats Thursday to block the national emergency that President Donald Trump declared so he could build the border wall with Mexico. The rejection capped a week of confirmation with the White House on both parties in Congress strained to exert their power in new ways. The 59-41 tally following the Senate's vote a day earlier to the U.S. involvement in the war in Yemen promised to force Trump into the first vetoes of his presidency. Thursday, the vote was the first direct challenge to the 1976 National Emergencies Act, just as Wednesday's on Yemen was the first time Congress invoked the decades-old War Powers Act to rein in a president. 7 Republicans joined Democrats in halting U.S. backing for the Saudi Arabia-led coalition in the aftermath of the kingdom's role in the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Even though there's not likely to be enough numbers to override a veto, the votes nevertheless sent a message from the Capitol Hill.
2 years into the Trump era, a defecting dozen Republicans pushed along by Democrats showed a willingness to take the political risk. 12 GOP senators, including the party's 2012 presidential nominee Mitt Romney of Utah, joined the dissent over the emergency declaration order that would enable the president to seize for the wall billions of dollars Congress intended elsewhere. Senator Lamar Alexander, a Republican from Tennessee, said that Senate's waking up a little bit to its responsibilities and that the chamber had become a little lazy as an equal branch of government. He thinks the value of these last few weeks is to remind the Senate of its constitutional place. Many senators said the vote was not necessarily a rejection of the president or the wall, but protections against future presidents, namely one who might want to declare an emergency on climate change, gun control, or any number of other issues. Romney said that this is not about the president, it's a question about the balance of power that is core to our Constitution. You know, a lot of these things shouldn't really even have been a problem in the first place, huh?
No, they shouldn't, but people love to argue. Next up, a Georgia Senate committee listened to emotional testimony last week over a proposal that would ban most abortions after a fetal heartbeat can be detected. The committee did not take a vote. Women in Georgia can currently seek an abortion during the first 20 weeks of a pregnancy. A heartbeat is generally detectable at around 6 weeks. Before many women know they are pregnant, especially women who aren't trying to conceive. Similar heartbeat legislation passed the GOP-controlled Ohio Senate on Wednesday and was approved by the Tennessee House last week. Several other states, including Mississippi, Florida, and South Carolina, are also considering similar legislation. The Georgia bill makes exceptions in the case of rape and incest, but only when the woman files a police report first, and to save the life of the mother. It also allows for abortions when a fetus is determined to be not compatible with the life due to serious medical issues.
Some changes have been made since House passage, including one to allow a pregnant woman to pursue child support from the father for direct medical and pregnancy expenses. Republican Representative Ed Seltzer of Ackworth, the bill's author, said that the government's paramount duty under the state constitution is to protect the fundamental right to life of all of our citizens, particularly those that are the most defenseless among us. Jody Duffy, director of Post-Abortion Treatment and Healing, a Christian nonprofit, testified in favor of the bill and spoke about her own abortion trauma after being raped. Several obstetrician gynecologists spoke against the bill, saying that it is riddled with inaccuracies and would worsen health care for a woman in Georgia, a state that already has the worst maternity rate in the country. Women protested on the steps of Georgia's Capitol while dressed as characters from The Handmaid's Tale, which depicts a dystopian future where women are controlled by the government and forced to breed. Have-breed almost daily occurrence since the House passed the measure. Democratic lawmakers have also pushed back with legislation of their own, though through the proposals are largely symbolic and stand practically no chance of passing this late in the session with no Republican support.
Next up, U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson reintroduced the bipartisan Merrill's Marauders Congressional Gold Medal Act of S. 743 this week with the support of 21 Senate co-sponsors. The bill bestowed the Congressional Gold Medal on the 537th Composite Unit in recognition of the heroic unit's extraordinary efforts and sacrifices during World War II. The Fort Benning Base 75th Ranger Regiment traces its history to this unit, which was created by President Franklin D. Roosevelt on September 18, 1943, when he called for an American Long-Range Penetration Special Operations Jungle Warfare Unit. Nearly 3,000 soldiers serving statewide and around the world volunteered as Special Operations soldiers. Merrill's Marauders was named after the unit's first commander, Brigadier General Frank Merrill. After months of training in the Himalayan mountain, Merrill's Marauders began combat operations in February of 1944, and in just over 5 months marched more than 1,000 miles, participated in 5 major battles, and fought the Japanese Army 32 times. At the time the unit was relieved from duty, there were only 130 original members left who were fit to fight, and only 2 had been seriously injured and grievously ill throughout the campaign. The unit received the Presidential Unit Citation, and every member of Merrill's Marauders received the Bronze Star. Next up, volunteers throughout Georgia are teaming up with American Battlefield Trust to aid in the maintenance and restoration of 13 Peach battlefields and historic sites as part of Park Day, an annual nationwide hands-on preservation event. Since its inception in 1996, Park Day has attracted volunteers all day and ages and abilities bound by their deduction to serving their communities. Park Day is scheduled for Saturday, April 6, 2019, when Georgia volunteers will be joined by thousands of fellow participants across the country in cleaning up the revitalization of 160 historic sites in 32 states. Activities are chiefly outdoor projects that range from racking levels and collecting trash to painting and gardening. Volunteers will receive t-shirts, and some sites will provide lunch or refreshments. A local historian may also be a hand to talk to about the unique role in the site in our national story. Starting times and occasional event dates may vary at each site. Northwest Georgia volunteer opportunities on April 6th are at the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park, the Dalton Confederate Cemetery, Peters Mill Historic Site, and Resaca Confederate Cemetery. The American Battlefield Trust is dedicated to preserving America's hallowed battlegrounds and educating the public about what happened there and why it matters today. The nonprofit, nonpartisan organization has protected more than 50,000 acres associated with the Revolutionary War, War of 1812, and Civil War. Learn more at www.battlefields.org.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
With VidLink, we're taking TV, streaming, and video to the next level with one simple app.
Having all the channels in HD is a huge plus. The quality of the picture on each channel is untouched by anything on the market right now. I would highly recommend VidLink to all my friends.
One thing I love about VidLink is the restart feature. If I turn on the TV and it's 10 minutes into a show, I just hit that restart button and I get to watch the whole thing.
Contact us today to learn how you can get linked.
Hi everyone, I'm Judy Elliott.
I'm Jane Marie Wilson.
And join us for our second season on Southern
Sassy. This season, we are going to do a day in the life of a fireman. We learn how to belly dance and ride horses.
and wear our wedding dresses.
They still fit, by the way.
Only in the front.
So join us for that and much more this season.
Catch us on OptiLink Channel 6
and WDNN Channel 10. Like us on Facebook, because you never know what you're going to find
on Southern Sassy.
I am Ron McKinney, pastor of Kinsey Drive Baptist Church in Dalton, Georgia. KDBC has been the birthplace of several Christian organizations. It was the birthplace of Christian Heritage School 30 years ago, and through the Academy of Fine Arts, Labrie Symphonic Orchestra was founded by KDBC members Gene and Betty Lindauer. The ministry of KDBC reaches around the world with the missions of To Every Tribe Ministry, and I was a founding member of North Georgia Fellowship of Christian Athletes in 1992. Majesty is the longest running television program on North Georgia television. For 28 years, we have faithfully proclaimed the doctrines of grace. Kinsey Drive Baptist Church welcomes you to visit at 2626 Kinsey Drive on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Our website is kinseydrivebaptistchurch.com. To God be all the glory.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton are proud to serve our communities, providing the products you need plus the personal service you expect from your hometown bank. We offer the latest technology, like customized instant-issue debit cards, InstaPay, and more. And with our experienced First Elite bankers, switching to First Bank has never been easier.
Stop by and see what sets us apart.
First Bank of Calhoun and First Bank of Dalton, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Hi guys, I'm Frank Pinson. I want you to tune in on these following show times to watch 101 with Frank Pinson. The show is based on people doing great things in and for your community, our community. Now those are doctors, lawyers, students, teachers, anyone doing great things. So guys, you know the motto, don't just be great, always inspire, motivate, and teach others to do the same. Now that is what we do, and I hope you tune in to WDNN TV. Just click on the website, or you can follow it right here, www.thefrankpinson.com, and watch any episodes you like. See you soon.
Welcome back, Northwest Georgia.
And first up, Representative Tom Graves today announced that the local student artwork submitted from the Congressional Art Competition will be on display to the public in Calhoun starting Monday, March 18th. Monday kicks off the 3-week local free exhibit at the Harris Arts Center. In partnership with Harris Arts Center and the Gordon County Chamber of Commerce, local residents will be able to visit the exhibit and vote for their favorite pieces. Each spring, the Congressional Institute sponsors a nationwide high school visual art competition to recognize and encourage artistic talent across the nation and in each congressional district. In the last few weeks, local student artists from high schools across the 14th Congressional District have submitted their artwork to be considered as part of this national competition. Graves said he is always encouraged and amazed by the incredible student artwork shared with his office during this annual competition. Northwest Georgia is full of talented young artists, and I know they are excited to share their work with our community.
The Congressional Art Competition winners will be announced during a reception with Representative Graves on April 14th at 6 p.m. Winning pieces, which includes first, second, third places, and 2 honorable mentions, will be displayed in Representative Graves' Dalton Congressional Office. There will also be a People's Choice Award in partnership with the Harris Arts Center and the Gordon County Chamber of Commerce. First place winner's artwork will be shipped to Washington, D.C., where it will remain on display in the Cannon House office. Building's Capitol Tunnel for 1 year, but alongside the first place artwork from every congressional district in the country. There will also be a winner's reception in D.C. in June. We hope you get a chance to go by the Harris Arts Center in the next few weeks and view the excellent artwork of the young people of our state and cast your vote for your favorite to go to the White House.
That's awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun for a lot of young adults.
Yeah, sounds like a great opportunity for these kids.
Yes, next up, the Calhoun Fire Department purchased a new fire truck, borrowing money from the City of Calhoun's utilities funds to replace a 19-year-old truck. The new truck was pushed into service by both veteran firefighters and young recruits. Last week at CFD Station Number 3 on Curtis Parkway, firefighters and recruits ceremoniously pushed the department's new fire truck into the station. Symbolizing the vehicle was officially in service, Deputy Chief Terry Mills said the new truck would be replacing one they had for the past 19 years. According to Mills, the department tries to keep the average age of trucks close to 15 years, and the CFD will also be requesting another fire truck in this year's budget. The new truck cost is around $450,000, which the department borrowed from the city's utilities budget, and they plan to repay the amount to utilities over the next 4 years. In an update on the department's rapid response vehicle, which was implemented in November, Mills said having the Ford F-350 to respond to medical reports has been going well. We're running on average about 80% of medical calls with the squad, Mills said. We're saving gas and maintenance on the trucks. The department has had 5 fire trucks in their fleet, and when they get a new one, firefighters ceremoniously push the truck into service. Also on Tuesday, the recruits who had been training with CFD for the past 8 weeks took their written test and participated in their final hands-on drill. Those who passed the test will be certified firefighters in Calhoun. A ceremony to introduce the new additions will take place later this spring.
We want to make you aware of some good work going on in a community volunteer opportunity. The Greenhouse is a child advocacy sexual assault center located in Dalton, Georgia. They offer services to help victims and their non-offending families. Members recover from trauma caused by sexual and extreme physical abuse, recognizing that child victims of crime had special needs. Former District Attorney Jack Parson established the Greenhouse in 1994 as an outreach of the DA's Victim Witness Assistance Program. Use of the house, a little bungalow that had been subdivided in 2 apartments, was offered for $1 a year by World Carpet. Now Mohawk Industries, the community was generous in outfitting the little house, and inmate labor was used to transform from a shabby duplex into a charming child-friendly cottage decorated around the rainforest theme. The Greenhouse was dedicated in a public ceremony in May of 1995 with the new Attorney General Mike Bowers and Miss Georgia of 1995 Andrea Cron serving as special guest. In 2012, the Greenhouse Board of Directors voted to become an independent agency separating from the District Attorney's Office to become a standalone 501c. 3 organizations in 2013, the Greenhouse became a United Way of Northwest Georgia community partner, which allowed services to continue so no clients were lost in this transition. In the summer of 2016, the Board of Directors voted to restart the capital campaign to secure funding for a new facility which will continue to offer the space for therapy, forensic interviews, while expanding services to include medical exams at 1 location.
The Greenhouse can provide a presentation for your church, club, or group by contacting them to schedule a date. They are happy for any opportunities to explain our services. You can help by provide supplies such as family/children's DVDs, snacks, juice boxes, construction paper, colored pencils, or make a donation to help pay for them, or for services Greenhouse provides, including therapy, advocacy, forensic interviews, and training. All supplies and services are provided to the victims and their non-offending caregivers at no cost. All donations to the Greenhouse are 100% tax deductible. To learn more about the Greenhouse or find out how you can help, call 706-278-4769.
Next up, Calhoun High School captured another state title at the 3A literary competition on Saturday. The event was held at the Houston County High School, and Calhoun High School took their region winners to complete in 6 of the 12 events. The team went on to place first or second in all events, giving them top points overall, making them the new state champions. 4 first places went to Jelia Winters in dramatic interception, Matthew McCandless in humorous interception, Hayla Graham and Avery Lester in duo interpretation in Blair Hall, Catherine Stockman, Megan Wright, and girls trio. 2 second-place finishes went to Riley Anderson for boys solo and Emma Kate Smith for personal essay. Congratulations to the entire Calhoun High School literary team. Northwest Georgia salutes you.
Yes, congratulations, guys. Next up, here's some upcoming events we'd like to make you aware of. The American Red Cross has 2 upcoming blood donation opportunities on Monday, March 18th. One in Ringgold, sponsored by Cub Scout Pack 3171 at Graysville United Methodist Church from 2 to 7 p.m. and the other in Calhoun from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Planet Fitness on W.C. Bryant Parkway. And on March 19th and 20th, pre-K registration for Dalton Public Schools, Whitfield County Schools, and area Head Start programs will be held at the Matt Gaston Community Center. They will be there from 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. on Tuesday and from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on Wednesday.
Coming up this weekend at R&R for the veterans at Freedom Ranch from 2 to 4 p.m., a time for veterans and their families to enjoy the horses, fishing, bring your own gear, walking trails, and the picnic. For more info, email ginger@freedomranchgeorgia.com. Then, Saturday, March 23rd, New Echota Cherokee Capitol State Historic Site in Calhoun will have another guided lantern tour Cherokee Capitol Historic Buildings from 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. This site is located on Highway 225, 1 mile east of I-75 at exit 317. 4 tours will be led by park staff, with one starting every 20 minutes starting at 7 p.m.
And a Family Fun Day hosted by Jonathan's House Ministries at Northwest High School from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There will be a petting zoo, inflatables, food, silent auction, and more. JHM offers support, housing, skills training for young adults who are aging out of foster care. For more information on that, call 706-218-4561. And after that, Dalton Public Schools and the offices of Peds Care pediatricians come together to provide valuable information on puberty to parents with children and adolescents with disabilities on Wednesday, March 27th at the Matt Gaston Community Center in Dalton from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. For more information, call Ms. Rosa Pacchio, Parent Involvement Coordinator at 706-876-4021. For some live music and other entertainment happening in Dalton, you can go to daltonevents.com or visit the Dalton Events Facebook page.
Next up, Christ the King Lutheran Church will host their annual Ecumenical Earth Day Sunday, April 28th. The free event will feature fun, food, animal exhibits, kids' crafts, entertainment, and more to remind us of our role as stewards of the earth. For opportunities for exhibitors, entertainment, and community service projects, contact them at Earth Day Dalton's Facebook page or email earthday@opulink.us. My name's Aaron Scott. Again, we thank you for tuning in here at WDNN. I'm Aaron Scott.
I'm Adam Scott.
And remember, Dalton,
Stay classy.
I said that.